Books are excellent vehicles for tracking transformation. By moving back and forth between the pages, we can follow small changes as they occur. Sometimes we can advance quickly through big stories in a short time frame. Today, let's flip through two artists' books that visually explore and exemplify the power of transformation, one through shape and the other through text. Islam Aly is an artist, educator, and researcher based in Cairo, Egypt. Since 2015, he has made multiple books in his Metamorphoses series. Aly has long been fascinated by the Islamic geometric patterns seen throughout museums and walks around Old Cairo. Intrigued by these designs, he was inspired to create this series that explores how patterns develop from a point to a line to more complex shapes. Metamorphoses IV translates design development into a tactile object for us to explore. The first section of this book begins with a simple square. From there, the lines morph. New squares are added. Distinct geometric designs take shape, each relating to those before and after in the sequence of pages. These designs are increasingly complex, especially when the angles shift away from 90 degrees. But we can still see squares and how that simple shape, repeated, turned, and scaled, can create complex patterns. For Aly, harmony is the central focus of these designs. He told me that he wants the viewer to examine their structure and meaning by flipping through the book. Aly has given us different speeds to read this book. I like being able to slowly examine the incremental changes, but also to quickly take in the whole progression. Aly's artist books regularly combine historic binding structures with contemporary tools and materials. Metamorphoses IV was bound with a 2-needle Coptic stitch and Ethiopian end-bands, alongside digital design and the laser cutting used to achieve the detailed lines and cutout windows of each page. The back cover and edge decoration reiterate the interior of the book. Not only do we see the progression, but on the edges, we also get a taste of how these designs could be used in an all-over repeat pattern. Piece by piece, Metamorphoses IV illuminates the complexity and story of this pattern's development. Kaden Henningsen is the owner of Meanwhile Letterpress, a trans and queer owned and operated letterpress collaborative whose active mission is fighting erasure through print culture. Marianne Waters is a Free Black Woman is a flip book that rushes the past forward and corrects a historical wrong. This book begins with the complete text of a pickup notice printed in an 1851 newspaper. Pickup notices were published when law enforcement held enslaved and free Black people, ostensibly so slaveholders could claim them. Henningsen, himself a transgender man, recognized that this notice is an archival document of a transgender person's lived experience. Henningsen is interested in how print tries to contain identities, and he recognized that this notice fixes Mary Ann Waters. The warden's words define Waters as enslaved and as a man, despite what Waters has explicitly stated, which is that she is a free Black woman. In this book, Henningsen confronts the imposed identities and challenges the idea that print is fixed and unchangeable. Flipping these pages, the printed text changes. Citing influence from artists like Glenn Ligon, M. Norbese Philip, and Christina Sharp's theories including Black redaction, Henningsen has modified the text, bringing Mary Ann Waters back to her self-defined identity. The text in this book was printed from handset metal type. To create the transition, Henningsen moved and removed the individual pieces of type. I appreciate Henningsen's purposeful restraint put into this book. By animating only the text, without any additional visuals or imagery, I feel the reclamation of power over the printed word. At 40 pages, this book moves quickly, and there is a lot going on. As I flipped through the book over and over, I noticed that the text isn't just disappearing. Transitions are happening. For example, himself becomes herself, and then later herself, before disappearing to just her name, Mary Ann Waters. Flipping through this book feels like I am activating these changes. I am reminded that we have power to correct historic records and bring forth dignity and truth that others have tried to erase. Metamorphoses IV and Mary Ann Waters is a Free Black Woman progress in seemingly simple steps. A line or a letter moves from here to there, shifting slightly page to page. But these small and careful transitions distill and reveal immense complexity.